CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you're with us on this Monday, June 8th. One person is dead following a crash involving a commercial motor vehicle and a passenger vehicle west of Hearst. Provincial police say the collision happened just before 7 this morning on Highway 11 in Clavé Township. A second person has been transported to hospital. A note for motorists, OPP say traffic on Highway 11 westbound in Hearst is open to passenger vehicles but closed to transports. They also say Highway 11 is shut down from Highway 631 to Long Lac to all traffic. All right, let's shift gears and talk weather. Beautiful sunny day out there, but unsettled conditions are on the horizon. To tell us more, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Tony, it's going to be wet for a couple of days, high humidex readings, and even a heat warning, our first in the northeast. This one is going to belong to Moosonee starting tomorrow, anywhere from 29 to 31 for a couple of days, plus Humidex Factor Systems Map, brought to you by Environment Canada, of course, courtesy of Environment Canada, and sponsored by CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. You want rain, Tony? Here it is. It's coming into the northeast. We'll have various conditions overnight, and then things will change tomorrow by about midday in some sectors. In Sault Ste. Marie, you'll get your rain in the morning. We'll talk about your amounts and a lot more coming up. 5-day forecast minutes away.
Thanks so much for that, Rick. 2 people have been charged after an assault in Timmins around 6 p.m. Friday. Police were called to Hollinger Park after witnesses saw a person being assaulted. The victim was taken to hospital with serious, non-life-threatening injuries. A 62-year-old man and a 44-year-old woman were charged in the assault. And an update on the sudden death in Timmins we told you about Friday night. Police say foul play is not suspected and the investigation is ongoing. The large wildfire known as Timmins 9 continues to threaten Matagami First Nation, but there is good news for the town of Gogama. CTV's Angela Gemmell has the latest.
Still not under control, Timmins 9 does remain held at 3,100 hectares. Forest fire crews from the Ministry of Natural Resources continue to work to suppress the flames.
2 medium helicopters continue to bucket over the priority areas of the fire, supporting crews on the ground. Heavy equipment is working along the eastern flank of the fire perimeter, closest to Highway 144. More heavy equipment is being deployed today to help support the fire operations.
There's also construction of a helipad underway to support the MNR's fire suppression efforts. The fire is no longer threatening the town of Gogama, but remains 7 kilometers west of Matagami First Nation. The fire chief of Matagami says residents who were evacuated to Barrie last week likely won't be returning anytime this week.
The only ones left behind are essentials like the firefighters, the NAPs, and my water plant operator. We're keeping busy. We're all in good spirits, and we're bracing, getting prepped in case it does cross and threaten our community.
Fire suppression equipment has been installed throughout the First Nation.
We're currently marking values and setting up sprinklers on those values in the area, as well as the cottages within our proximity.
Weather has been both a help and a hindrance for Timmins 9. Rain over the weekend helped keep the fire from growing, but today's hot, dry, windy conditions meant for hot spots.
With some precipitation coming in the next couple days from Tuesday to Wednesday, that will definitely help with our crews and help diminish the hazard, which will definitely help us get some headway.
According to the MNR, there have already been 152 fires to date this season across Ontario, which compares to 170 throughout all of last year. Meanwhile, the MNR says there are 3 active fires in the Sudbury district, but all 3 are either under control or being held. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
With summer weather here, so is construction season. East of Sault Ste. Marie, a significant stretch of road is getting refreshed with a major price tag attached. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has more.
Ontario's Minister of Transportation was in Echo Bay speaking to his government's latest investment in northern roads. Resurfacing is now underway for nearly 17 kilometers of the Trans-Canada between Echo Bay and Highway 548, with a handful of bridges also being repaired, a cost of roughly $53 million.
When we do these, it is to continue to bring these parts of the highway, the road, into good repair. And when you have that, you have a smoother ride, less opportunity and less chance for unfortunate incidences.
For residents of Echo Bay and other nearby towns on the highway, the roadwork is critical for another reason.
We all have potholes, we have rough roads, but the economic impact this will have on our motels, our restaurants, it's great. People here, like the minister said earlier, good paying jobs, and the people who are here for the next 6 months are going to spend money in the area, so it's great for our economic developments.
These funds are part of $600 million the province has earmarked to expand and repair transportation infrastructure in the north.
We're investing new portable message signs to provide drivers with better real-time information on weather conditions and highway closures. We're upgrading northern rest areas and expanding year-round truck parking capacity. And we are continuing important highway widening projects across the north.
This funding targets a stretch of highway that has already been twinned by the province. That didn't stop Echo Bay's mayor from speaking directly with Ontario's transport minister on twinning further stretches of the Trans-Canada throughout the north.
It certainly is a big issue with all the people that live here, but it's also very important for Canada's future. If we're going to be a sovereign country that we're talking about, we need to upgrade our transportation systems. It's that simple.
Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Echo Bay.
It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. First, though, we're heading north of Sault Ste. Marie to Michipicoten Harbor. This live webcam is courtesy of the municipality of Wawa. It's 22 degrees. We're back in a few minutes.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this evening. Glad you had a great weekend. That weather on Saturday, crazy. It would stop raining, it would rain, it would stop, then you'd get a torrential downpour depending on where you lived. So it lived up to the premise of the risk of a thunderstorm right across the northeast. Here we go with more precipitation moving in. As you can see by about early morning in Sault Ste. Marie, midday for the most parts, some showers and risk of a thunderstorm. We'll get to that with the details now. Sudbury Nickelbelt, afternoon showers, 27 your daytime high. Of course, higher with the Humidex. We got Humidex values right across the northeast. Wednesday, chance of showers. More of the same on Thursday and Friday, 27, 29, 25, and 23 Saturday, cooling off just a bit, 30% showers. Meanwhile, Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, we've got showers tomorrow, risk of a thunderstorm, 5 to 10 millimeters during the day. A lot more rain tomorrow night, 20 your high. Wednesday, sun and cloud, 27. Chance of showers Thursday and Friday at 30%, 25, 21. 19 Saturday, 40% chance of showers. Does not look like a great week. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. Chance of showers at 60% tomorrow, risk of a thunderstorm, 28, 29 Wednesday, 30 on Thursday, higher with the Humidex values, and Friday, chance of showers 24, 21 Saturday, chance of showers once again. For Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, mainly sunny for tomorrow, then changing over, Humidex values of 32, 29 your normal high. Your high for the day anyway. Wednesday, chance of showers, more of the same Thursday and Friday, 26, 30, and 25. Then 22. Looks like Saturday is going to be a cooler day. Chance of showers at 30%. Now wrapping up North Bay, West Nipissing. Increasing cloud tomorrow, then the showers start later on during the day. 28 your high. Chance of showers Wednesday, more of the same Thursday and Friday. The chances, 40%, could rain. May not rain, 30% Friday and 30% on Saturday. Chance of showers, 23. So, Tony, looks like we hit a stretch of rain that we're going to need in northeastern Ontario. It all starts tomorrow.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Rick. Well, health officials in the north are issuing reminders that some people could be impacted by rising temperatures more than others. Algoma Public Health says older adults, infants, young children, and those taking certain medications could be affected by the heat. They say there is a higher risk of heat-related illnesses since warmer weather temperatures can arrive quickly. Officials say drink plenty of water, avoid too much time in the sun, and wear loose-fitting, light-colored clothing.
To make sure that we're protecting ourselves, because nothing's going to ruin a summer vacation or a nice beautiful day more than getting sunburn, sunstroke, things like that. So it's just keeping all those pieces in mind, not trying to to ruin the summer fun, just trying to do it safely. That's all.
And health officials are asking people to check on friends and family who may be susceptible to heat-related illnesses. Ontario Education Minister Paul Calandra and local politicians took a tour of the new kindergarten to grade 12 school today in Parry Sound. They got a peek inside before it opens to students. CTV's Madison Merrier has more.
Despite delays, controversy, and the Minister of Education, Paul Calandra, taking over the Near North District School Board, the new mega school in Parry Sound opened its doors today to mixed reviews from students.
I'm excited to get into the new school, and hopefully it'll be nicer and we won't have any problems.
It's cool that we have like a new school and everything, but right now at this moment is not the best. I mean, we have exams not next week. Like, they moved us during review week, really, and I don't think that's the smartest decision.
While some find it disruptive, the school's principal says opening early will allow for the demolition of the old Parry Sound High School in order to build the recess area. Calandra adds there are still a few things that need to be completed before the junior students start next fall.
In August, there will be doors, glass doors, which separate the elementary from the high school.
I'm confident that things will be ready to go and that work will continue over the summertime to make sure that that happens.
Before students arrived at the school, Calandra and local politicians toured the building, and they say they're happy to see the growth from their last visit.
There was a huge deficiency list that was looming over the building, and they seem to have corrected an awful lot of things, and I mean, it's amazing.
40% of the province's students are under the control of the Ministry of Education and supervisors, and we're seeing how quickly they can move. And this is a classic example. This board right here, this place was was a hot mess. This board 6 months ago. And here we are 6 months later.
The school has room for more than 1,080 students, and currently there are more than 1,020 students enrolled for 2025-2026. Calandra says the next 5 years are expected to be under capacity, and the school has plenty of surplus for years to come. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Parry Sound.
More than 24 protesters rallied outside Nipissing MPP Vic Fideli's office this morning, demanding more hospital funding.
Hospital cuts must go!
Data from a report by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives found that ER wait times skyrocketed at the North Bay Hospital between 2020-21 and 2024-25 during provincial underfunding. The Canadian Union of Public Employees says the 40 job cuts at the hospital last year to save millions of dollars are now affecting the hospital.
Next year with inflation, I believe our numbers, now I don't have this in writing from the hospital, is somewhere in the 7.5 to 8.2% or 8.2 million for the next year. So that's going to be a problem because the members here in North Bay, the public are going to see those cuts. They're going to be waiting longer in the ER.
When people come to the hospital, this is their last resort, really. And if they give up in despair because the wait is just unconscionably long, then that is a setback for them.
In a statement to CTV News, Vic Fideli writes that since 2018, the Ontario government has increased funding for the North Bay Regional Health Centre by over 35%. Demonstrators were also out front of the Canadore College Parry Sound campus today in response to the college's decision to close its doors. Rally-goers were urging Canadore to reverse its decision and keep the facility in Parry Sound open after the school announced the closure last month. Students currently enrolled will get to finish their studies, but staff will be let go as it winds down operations. The school says the federal government's new foreign student limits are driving the cutbacks. In a statement, Canadore says it understands the decision is disappointing for many, but says its priority is supporting students successfully complete their studies. Safety first, coming up on CTV News at 5. And education before they hit the trails on ATVs. Students in Greater Sudbury get a lesson from police and the M&R. High school students in Sudbury hit the trails with officers from Greater Sudbury Police, the OPP, and M&R today as part of an all-terrain vehicle safety awareness program. As ATVs continue to gain in popularity, Confederation Secondary School continues to work with police on the safety initiative. There was an in-class education component before the students ventured out on a 50-kilometer ride to test what they learned. Police say there is an ongoing need to focus on safety.
These vehicles can be very dangerous depending how you operate them. They can be a lot of fun, but also very dangerous. You can tip them easily, you can get off the trail. So it's all about just paying attention, driving sober, and just keeping an eye on what you're doing.
You know, you can easily roll a quad or flip a side-by-side, so there's definitely a lot of injuries that can happen, and just got to be careful with where you're going and watch your speed.
Making sure that they're riding at proper speeds, that they have their gear. If they were to break down, how they're able to go maybe overlook their ATVs and get the supports they need to be able to fix them on the fly and get home safely. And I think that's the key, right? Every ride is all about leaving and then having fun, but doing it safely and everyone returning safely as well.
And the Rainbow District School Board says the program is designed to build awareness among young people to foster safe use, promote respectful riding, and prevent possible injuries or harm. Over 30 people within the Pride community and their allies joined in solidarity at North Bay City Hall this morning. City officials, members of City Council, North Bay Police, and the 2S LGBTQ+ community helped raise the Pride flag. June is Pride Month, a chance to celebrate diversity and reflect on the achievements made. Some events planned throughout the month include a drag reading at the library, and Out Loud is hosting a Pride in the Park celebration. Gateway Pride Collective is also planning a march or parade for September.
What that signals to people in the community, whether they are part of the queer community or an ally or neither, it shows we're here, we belong here, that we are part of this city, we are part of this community, and everyone is valued.
According to Statistics Canada, more than 1.5 million people 15 or older report being a part of the 2S LGBTQ+ community. Manitoulin Island is finding its rhythm as a classic pastime is seeing a resurgence. The Nimi line dancers hosted a weekend workshop that saw 40 people travel from all corners of the island. The group's weekly classes have grown, jumping from just 10 regulars to a full house. The group attributes that boom to embracing fresh genres of music. The dance doesn't need a partner, and the group's efforts to get into the community regularly.
Not everybody likes country music, so now there's been kind of a gradual move to different genres of music, pop, rock, hip hop kind of thing. So we're expanding. I think internationally it's expanding to different age groups.
Organizers say they're hoping to host a workshop every year. Pure Country Catch-Up. When we return, we see what Pure Country's Josh and Coop are up to. You're watching First at 5.
Hey, it's Josh and Coop from Pure Country Mornings here in Sudbury. Lots going on in the country music world.
That's an understatement. Lots of headlines to cover. Of course, Friday, Taylor Swift put out a brand new song meant for the Toy Story 5 soundtrack, and it's kind of a dive back into some country vibes of Taylor Swift music. It's called I Knew It, I Knew You, and it hit the internet by storm, breaking some records, Coop. It is now the most streamed country song in a single day by a female artist in Spotify history, but also on Apple Music. It's the biggest country single so far in 2026.
Yeah, we kind of sampled it on our radio station on Friday. I'm now wondering, how long is it going to be before we start spinning it regularly? We play a lot of Morgan Wallen. If you listen to Pure Country Radio, you hear him a lot. Well, he teased another new one on socials. It's about a dying relationship, but he did not give a release date, but more music coming from Morgan Wallen.
And how about one of the biggest duos in country music reuniting? Florida Georgia Line is officially back. Yes, They actually made a surprise appearance at CMA Fest. They sang Round Here and a couple of their other songs, but Tyler Hubbard, he told the crowd, and I quote, "CMA Fest, it feels so good to be here with my brother," and confirmed the duo is back, Florida-Georgia line.
And you know what's cool? You can hear them on Pure Country Radio. Stream us online, purecountry917.ca, on the radio dial 91.7, or for absolutely free on the iHeart Radio app.
Our first community close-up comes to us from North Bay. Students at St. Joseph's Schollard Hall are bringing the award-winning Broadway play Chicago to the Capitol Center. The production invites audiences to step into the Roaring 20s. Performances are taking place this Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. We are off to Blind River. Larry Kirtley sent us a couple of photographs. He says a common loon was sitting on her eggs, and he also spotted an osprey. Both pictures were taken around Blind River. Thanks so much for these, Larry. Let's head to Sault Ste. Marie. Wendy Lynn Hill sent us a few photographs of lilacs. She spotted purple and white ones on her walkabout in the city. Great pictures, Wendy Lynn. Thanks so much. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally tonight, a viewer video that shows a funny interaction between a young deer who wants to play and the pheasant who isn't having any part of it. This was caught on camera by Joanne Eisenor of Elmsdale, Nova Scotia. It starts with the deer cautiously approaching the pheasant, who zigzags away. Midway through the video, the deer gives a playful little jump, and this goes on for a minute or two until the young deer runs off and another deer comes out to see what's going on. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.